Good morning, y'all. I hope everybody morning is going okay. So I wanted to come to you guys and shoot this video behind the scenes to let you guys know what goes on behind the scenes before I prep a meal for today. I have to do a little washing of the dishes before I start cooking. I also I took out the ribs because they were frozen. They're not always like so ready to go. And this is why I want to be so transparent with you guys because my channel is beginner friendly and I wanted to let you guys know what all takes place before I prep a video and get started with my meal. So I have these ribs out right here that I am going to be cooking today. They're frozen. I'll be soaking them in water before I get ready to cook them right after I do the dishes first. And I'm also going to be making some potato salad today too, and some greens. So all of this take place before I get ready to cook my meal and prepare it for today. I have a few errands that I need to go run, that I need to pick up some things that's going to be a part of this meal also. So I just want to be beginner friendly with you guys and show you guys that my setup is not like boom, there it is, and I start cooking. I do a few other things before I start cooking my meals. So there you have it. And I'm going to clean myself up and I'll be back. Continue with the prepping process. So I take some regular old salt. And as you see, I have already started on the greens. So I just take some regular salt and I put some here because I clean my greens at least 6 times. So it'll be 3 here, 3 there. And I'm sorry if I sound a bit different. I have a cough drop in my mouth. And you just take some vinegar and you want to pour some vinegar here and you want to pour some vinegar there. Y'all gonna learn the whole process of cooking greens. So I take, and these are collard greens. So you just shuck this, and yes, y'all, I'm country. I'm very country. And just make sure everything is off. And you just repeat the same process. And I have 3 bushels of greens. So I'm going to continue that. Before I forget to tell you guys, the temperature of the water is like a cool, warm, like a lukewarm water, but more on the cooler side. So when I said washing your greens, this is what I meant. Gonna wash them off really, really good. Like that. And you don't have to wash your greens 6 times like me. When your water is clean, your greens are good. I'm just OCD, and so I just have to make sure that's all that is. I have taken the ribs out of that bag. I just give it a rinse off because it's been sitting in all that mess. And put it over here in my water, which I have lemon in this water. I'm going to add some vinegar to the water, just some regular vinegar, as we did with the greens, and some salt. Some people say you shouldn't clean your meat in warm water or lukewarm, semi-warm, because it loses its protein. But meat is always going to be protein, so I'm not sure what they're talking about. So with the pig being the nastiest bastard on the planet, I'm going to make sure that this meat is clean. Now that the meat has thawed a bit, no, it's unthawed all the way. Pull this here part. Let me see. Can I get that close where you guys can see that? You're going to pull that off because that is tough. And if you don't pull it off, it's going to make it real tough. And plus, you should pull it off anyway to discard it and be able to get to this part right here and clean that also. So y'all, I hope I gave y'all enough footage behind the scene, what it takes to shoot my cooking videos and how I prepare for those videos and get those videos ready to shoot. Like I have my food out now. I just wanted to be very transparent with you guys and let you guys see what type of work it takes to get these videos together and out to you guys. And I also wanted to be to show you guys how to prep your meat, how to clean your meat, how to clean your greens, and stuff like that. So we're going to continue on with getting this food ready for my Valentine's. What's going on, my sweet Valentines, and happy Valentine's to y'all. So we are cooking some greens. We're going to add that cabbage to these greens and some of these vegetables here. We are cooking some ribs, two different types of rib. We're going to have fried ribs and we're going to have the baked ribs that we're going to cook in the oven because I'm not going out there on the grill. It is very cold here in Texas. And we're going to add, I'm not sure if I'm going to add the ham or the Cajun turkey legs to the greens. So I'm not sure. As I move on, I'll decide. We're going to make some potato salad. We're going to make us a strawberry cake today. We're going to make some mac and cheese and some cornbread. So I'm going to try to get this out. This video out right away, just in case you lovers want to cook something for your Valentine. Um, so let's get rolling on this video so I can get this out to you guys. Okay, so we're gonna start on these ribs first. So we're gonna put some of this toning on there, some lemon pepper, some adobo, some accent, and that's enough because that came out really quick. Some smoked paprika, and smoked paprika is just for the color. It don't really have a flavor to it. And a little garlic powder. We're going to put some brown sugar in there. Some mustard. Some teriyaki sauce. And the teriyaki sauce is like a marinade. And some of this Texas Pete. And we're going to rub all of those flavors all into the meat. I mean, get down in it, baby. Get down in it. Get down in it. I mean, back and front. Get down in it. And we're going to put these in the refrigerator for about an hour so they can marinate. I'm just going to put it in a bag. I decided to go with the ham instead of the Cajun turkey wings. And I took it out the pack and I rinsed it off. But the best way to clean this type of meat, in my opinion, is to let it come to a boil, which it hasn't came to. Add some vinegar to it, and I'll show you what'll come up. You'll pour that off and put it back on, and your water will be clear. Our next step with the greens is to cut them down some. You don't want them that big how we shuck the greens. So you just cut them down some. It doesn't matter how you cut them. We're going to add some complete to this here. And it's just water in this pot. We're going to add some garlic powder. And even though I'm adding seasoning to it, I'm not going to add a lot of seasoning to it. Some adobo. Because once I bring everything together, the meat, the ham, the vegetables, and the greens, that's when I'll flavor everything at one time. Some crushed red peppers and some vinegar. And so you're just going to add your greens to it, to your water. And you're just going to let that cook. It should take about 2.5 to 3 hours because I like my greens to be really tender. I do not like crunchy greens. So I just let them cook. And I'm also going to add some oil to it. And I'm just going to cover that up and let that cook. You look here to the left, all of that brown stuff that boiled up, I pour that off and put the ham in some new clean water and just let it cook. I do that maybe once or twice, depending on how much of that comes up. So you don't have to do that. It is optional. The only thing that I add to this once it's clean is just some accent. Those ribs that we marinated for an hour, I just put them on the pan. About to put them in the oven. I turned my oven on 350 and I'm just gonna let those cook. I'm making a strawberry cake for my Valentine. I have my eggs. I have the oil. So now I just have to put a half a cup of water, and I'm choosing to use a strawberry liquor. And I'm going to do half strawberry liquor because I use two of the miniature liquors, and I am going to put the rest water and add that to it. I'm going to beat that up and put that in the oven. Onto the potato salad. So I have my potatoes, I have my eggs right here. I'm going to add some mustard. I'm going to add some sandwich spread because I like sandwich spread in my potato salad. I'm also going to add some relish, about that much because I don't like a lot of relish. I'm going to add some mayo, about that much. The mayo. some lemon pepper, instead of white sugar, I'm going to add some honey. That's enough. Some complete. Some onion. And this is green onion. And this is white onion. And more of that green onion. And I am going to stir that up real good. I like it semi chunky. I like it more mashed than I do chunky. Now I'm going to start putting the vegetables for the greens in this pan right here. And the only thing in there is some butter. So I have some onion, some red bell pepper, some green bell pepper, and I also have some jalapeno. So I'm just going to let that cook down just a little, not that much. Over here, I have my water boiling. I'm going to add some chicken broth to it. That is why I said that I wasn't going to season the greens like that. I'm going to also add some garlic. About that much garlic. I'm going to add some complete. I'm going to add some accent. I'm also going to add some black pepper to that. The meat, I shredded the meat already and took that off the bone. So I'm going to add that meat to there. I'm also going to add those greens. Look at y'all just up here cooking y'all some greens. And now I'm going to add the vegetables. That's why I didn't need the vegetables to get too soft, because everything is going to be infused together and cook all at one time. Okay, so the last part of the greens is to add the cabbage to it. I don't know if you guys seen that fall in there. It was a piece of basil that fell in there. And so cabbage don't take that long. That's why I'm adding that towards the end of the greens. The greens are already done. So now just adding that cabbage in there, and I'm going to get ready to fry the ribs. I got to get Old Faithful out because Old Faithful cook good. Okay, y'all. So we got Old Faithful out. And yes, I have pretty sets that actually goes to this. But if you're an OG cooker like I am, you know there's some pots that will do their thing. I'm just going to let y'all admire what my Valentine's got. I even made my Valentine cake. Y'all, I am enjoying myself. I'm about to kill myself with all this food. I really enjoyed cooking for y'all for Valentine's Day. And I hope that I can get it uploaded in time so you guys can fix the dinner today or for the weekend. I will see you guys in the next video. I thank you so much for joining me. Mm, mm, mm. Mm-hmm.